All right, hey guys, it is the man called Ant. This is my second video of day 4. I missed a video yesterday. Yesterday was a foggy day, so here I am. We were just talking in the last video about this picture where in 2015 I lost a tremendous amount of weight. I didn't even pay attention. I did not weigh myself during that period. I can't tell you how much weight I actually lost between the two pictures, but I did. I lost a lot of weight, obviously, and I felt a lot better. So I came back to Canada. I got a job immediately. My second day back in Canada, literally, when I went to go pick up my car, I talked as a joke. I was so happy with the way I was treated at the car dealership. I joked around with the salesman and said, "Hey, don't suppose you guys are hiring? I just moved back from China, so I'm looking for a job." And he said, "Well, give me your information." And long story short, a week later, I was working for the company. There you go. So I was selling cars for a while. Then I went on to a more physically active job when I just decided that the high pressure sales tactics of car sales is not the thing that works for me. So I moved into different careers, etc. But I was very fit. I was active. I was able to do that. I was confident, and I think that's what got me the jobs that I got, was my confidence. So what happened? Why did I let that all go away? Well, at that time, the biggest problem that I had was stress. Stress and loneliness, specifically because even though I'm married and have a wonderful wife and daughter, at that time, I came home first. I came back to Canada while my wife and daughter stayed in China, so I was here alone. And it was supposed to be just for a few months while the daughter finished her grade 11, and then they'd come back, they'd come here and she'd do grade 12 here. Lo and behold, our school system doesn't allow that sort of thing. She would have had to start high school all over again, which would have been ridiculous. She's an incredibly smart young lady, and there was no need for that. Since she had a Canadian dad and a Chinese mother, yes, Chinese is her first language, but she's completely fluent in English as well. She's bilingual in every way, shape, and form. So it was silly for her to restart her entire education and lose the last 2 years over a technicality. So they decided to stay in China for another year, so she could finish grade 12 and then go directly into university. What a shocking idea. Where she is now, and she's killing it. She's the top student, but that's a different story. So during that first 2 years, I was here alone, living in an apartment by myself, getting everything set up for the girls who weren't coming, and that messed me up a lot. It was bad enough the first year while I was anticipating them getting there sooner, and then when I found out that they wouldn't be here for another year, that's when it really hit me that oh my God, I've got another full year of just being able to talk to my family on the internet. My very busy family, my daughter was so crazy busy in school, we couldn't even talk. We lost a lot of time. So I missed 2 years of being with my wife and my daughter, my dog, my friends, everything, while I was here alone. And that got me into my bad habits of stress eating. That's exactly what you do when you're alone and you're sad and you're a little bit depressed. Well, at least in my case, I eat. It makes me feel better. Thank God it's not heroin or cocaine that makes me feel better, but I stress eat. So I of course, all those gains I'd made over those 2 months, over the next few years, or a couple of years, lost them all, and it's been slowly getting worse and worse. I got the best job of my entire life. I really enjoyed it, and then immediately had a hernia and had to go in for surgery, and that slowed down. Again, my body, I'm an endomorph, so it wants to gain weight no matter what. So it doesn't care that you just had surgery and you can't do your yoga and your stretching and your walking and jogging anymore because you've got a gash in your belly. It says, oh well, you're not moving, so we're getting fat. It happens. And then of course, shortly after that, I got promoted to a position where it was very sedentary but still standing all day long. So standing 10 to 12 hours a day with feet that have riddled with arthritis. By the end of the day, there was no way in hell I was thinking of going to a gym or going for a walk or anything like that. I was literally to the point that I had to crawl up the stairs. Even now, I go up the stairs one at a time with both feet because I'm afraid that my knee or my feet will give out and I'll tumble down the stairs and do something even worse to myself. So I'm improving, but I'm not there yet. Yeah, so then COVID hits, and then COVID, even less activity, locking yourself in the house. I still had to work though. I worked in an essential business, so I was still working 12 hours a day. The only difference was I was even more sedentary because I was literally for 4 or 5 months standing at the door of our business telling people like kindergarten students how to behave in public during a pandemic and explaining to them why they had to follow the rules. It was grinding. It was it was mentally and physically draining to stand there all day and have people dump on you because they don't get it that there's a fucking pandemic and that you should act like civilized human beings. I digress. It's the worst part of the job is dealing with the kindergarten students who don't understand why they have to follow the rules. Anyway, so yeah, it's been tough. It's been tough, and now getting to this point where my hernia has come back. It's definitely there. I was thinking at first it might just be a little bubble or something. It's got to be back. It doesn't hurt yet. I honestly suspect that I'm fat enough that the opening, let's say that's the opening there, is whereas normally the intestine would come out, and that's a dangerous situation requiring surgery. I've got so much fat there that the fat has come out and is blocking the intestines from going through that hole, which in some ways is a good thing. It means I don't need surgery right away. But in other ways, it worries me that once I start losing all this weight, is that going to then become more serious? But that's another reason for this weight loss in general, is the stress. Everything has built up to this point where now I have a hernia and I am going to require surgery. I don't want to go in and get surgery at 300 pounds or more. It takes more anesthesia, it's more dangerous, the recovery is harder, and if I go into surgery at 300 pounds and then cannot move again, I have to lay in bed for weeks at a time, and then have to slowly get back into even walking and moving and working. Is my weight just going to go up even further? Am I going to turn into 400 pounds? So I need to do something before this surgery happens. So here I am, the extreme measures, the fasting, the starch dieting, etc., the bodybuilding, the weightlifting. But as you saw from that earlier picture, I can do this. I do have a body that is conducive to making changes that I decide it should make. If I want to get fat, that's real easy. I can just start playing video games and sitting down and watching TV all day again. Easy peasy, eat whatever I want. Or I can be smarter and I can start first drop the weight so I can start being more active again. There was a time in China when I was jogging 5 kilometers a day. I can get back to that point even though I'm 50 years old, but I want to take it further. I want to get into bodybuilding. I want to actually have muscles as an old guy, because I didn't as a young guy. And I feel very regretful that I missed out on that. I didn't have the opportunity to be one of those pumped up, kind of muscular, vigorous looking guys, and I've decided it's not too late. I can still do that. And if that picture, this picture, let's show it again, is any indication of what I can do if I put my mind to it, I'm going to do it. So day 4 of the water fast, not having any hunger today so far whatsoever. That usually peaks around 5 o'clock. Once again, nothing but water. Not doing coffees, teas, sparkling waters, anything like that. Nothing flavored, nothing, just water to keep the appetite from jumping up. Got the gold shirt in the corner there. It's a large. Let's see what it looks like when I put it on. I'm not going to put it on now and stretch it, but yeah, we'll see what happens. And yeah, I don't know. I might, if I come up with some more crap, I might talk to you tonight. Speaking of that, I might talk about pooping tonight. Yeah, I might make another video. But until then, you guys have a good day, and we'll see you next time.